Hi, my name is Drew Reed, and I am the marketing manager for Farmers Bank. And today I've got Cassie McClanahan with me, and she is one of the bank's CSRs. So today with Cassie, we're going to talk about checking and savings accounts, all a part of the Farmers Bank Learning Series. So Cassie, what is a checking account?
Yeah, of course, Drew. A checking account is an account that allows you to deposit and withdraw your money for all of your daily transactions. That way you have easy access to that money.
Okay, and what are kind of like the main parts of a checking account?
Yeah, of course. The main parts to a checking account are your ability to deposit and withdraw, also your ability for bill payments and direct deposit, and the accessibility is just a huge feature on those checking accounts.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about deposits and withdrawals with a checking account.
Okay. For deposits and withdrawals, you can deposit money into the account and withdraw it using checks, your debit card, as well as electronic transfers through online banking or other measures.
And you mentioned bill payments with checking accounts?
Yeah, of course. Bill payments is commonly used to pay your bills either through checks or online banking.
Now, if I get a paycheck, can I get that direct deposited into a checking account?
I would actually say that's one of our current customers' favorite features. Direct deposit is whenever you can have your salary directly put into your bank account. That way it's in there and ready to go on payday.
Awesome. And you mentioned one last thing, accessibility of a checking account.
Yes, that is one of the key features. A checking account is made for accessibility. That way you can manage your funds directly out of that account just for easy transactions.
Well, thanks, Kat. Now, what about savings accounts? What is a savings account?
Okay, a savings account is just made to store that money that you don't plan on using immediately. Just a great way to build that up.
Okay, and are there core parts of a savings account, much like a checking account?
There are. I would actually say there's four main ones, which is the interest that you earn on a savings account, the safety that you have on a savings account, limited transactions are a feature on there, as well as financial goals that you can set with your savings account.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about interest and savings accounts.
Okay, the interest with your savings account is actually a set rate that you earn on the money that you put into your account. That pays over time, and it's a percentage off of your balance.
So I get to earn money just by having money in the bank.
That's correct, Drew.
I like hearing that. Okay, now what about safety? I know that's a big thing with everyone today. Tell me about safety with savings.
So a savings account is not typically linked to a debit card unless if it's just for ATM use. So it kind of keeps your money stored in a separate place. And that is a huge feature that I feel like is important, especially with a lot of fraud going on right now. So you can keep your money that you don't necessarily need immediately from the checking into the savings account.
Okay, and now you did mention something about limited transactions. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Limited transactions on your savings account just limits the number of withdrawals that you have each month. I believe there are 2 transfers and 2 withdrawals on a savings account.
That way it's not treated like a checking account, since it is earning interest.
That is correct.
Okay, now the final thing you mentioned was financial goals with a savings account.
Yeah, of course. So the whole reason that you have a savings account is just setting aside the money that you don't necessarily need at that very moment to kind of build that up for emergencies or future goals outside of banking that you might want to spend that money on.
So checking and savings accounts are the core products of any bank. Feel free to stop into any of your local Farmers Bank to open yours today.